Interstellar, Star Wars, A Space Odyssey, many of these space films that have been coming out over the time, and people look back and really enjoyed in the sci-fi genre. And Ad Astra is one of the most recent additions to the space genre coming up. And we're about to dive right into a full-on, spoiler-free review of the movie that stars Brad Pitt, Ad Astra. And as always, guys, if you enjoy what you like here, before we dive in the video, just drop a like afterwards if you enjoy this, subscribe, and let's talk in the comment section. Let's keep it spoiler-free for a little bit, you know, so the people who want a spoiler-free review doesn't go to the comments and get that film spoiled for them. But without further ado, let's dive right into it, and let's go ahead and say that first thing to note in this film is that the opening sequence is beautiful. Most of everything, a lot of the reviewers are coming out and saying that this film is very visually well done. There is a lot of storytelling put into the CGI and everything they include inside the film. And that's a really good strong suit that builds a film from a film that could be here to here. It really does strengthen the film in its whole. And another thing to note is Brad Pitt has done a great job characterizing his character, and what it is that his character, a brief summary without spoiling anything about the movie, just a little review if you haven't heard of Ad Astra, is that he's an astronaut, and his father was one as well, and his father went missing decades ago, and now he's going back to go search for his father. And with many circumstances, if they don't find his father, there could be a big chance of the world having a big problem. Without further say, I can't say anything else. But he does have very few in between lines. This movie is a very slow paced film. You see many films that kind of speed it up, but this is what makes Ad Astra very much more realistic to any other movies in the genre of space. You know, I mean, you think of very other films, but one film that comes to mind when you're watching Ad Astra is the 2001 Space Odyssey. There's a lot of similarities placed into this and jumbled together and stirred in like a cooking pot. Like they're cooking the ingredients and they're just souffling it with some Easter eggs and some resemblances to the movie's hold. Now, another thing I wanted to go ahead and note is that many of the other characters do a great job as well, but again, like I said, this is a very, very well-driven movie and less lines, especially from Brad Pitt's character. The one thing that stands out, as I said earlier, is that this is a realistic movie. This is about as realistic as a space movie gets in recent time for what it's going for, as you look at and see that Brad Pitt and many of the other crew members and writers and directors try to make this as realistic as possible. Especially that's why, like I said earlier, it is a slow burner of a film. If that's something you're looking for, then you found a great place. But I believe that's all I can really go into in this film review. Overall, I really liked it. It's interesting how the film goes about with everything it does, and I probably will check it out again soon. As for other things noted to be on here is that we will have the It Chapter 2 Easter eggs, references, full spoiler, you know, talk down, or whatever you want to break down later on in the week. Expect that probably about a couple days from now once this video is uploaded. And I think that will be it, guys. If you enjoyed the movie, let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you enjoy what you're seeing here. And as always, guys, this has been Bryce with Boondog Media. Take it easy.